What's up, y'all? Sundays for NASCAR here. I'm Joe Barron.
I'm Nick Rhodes.
And we're going over Sonoma today.
Sonoma, another road course. We only have 3 left, but this was a good one. Let's talk about it.
First I want to say I'm very happy with how many road courses we've had so far.
Appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to a lot more. I mean, like you said, 3 more, but it's going to be exciting.
And 3 more just in the regular season.
Kyle Larson has dominated once again. He dominated last week at Charlotte, stage 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
And he won stage
1, 2, and 3 this day.
Man, Team Hendrick is killing it. So,
what did you think of the race?
I thought it was long. I don't like how they split up the cautions. Not cautions, they're stages, because you have 2 really short stages and then 1 pretty long stage. And that brings a lot down to pit strategy, which you saw with, who was it? Joey Logano, I believe, tried to pit to try to find or pick up. We had Kurt Busch found his way up to the top.
He did.
And I believe he did that off of pit strategy. Did he? I might be making that up.
He raced his way up through, all the way up to about 9th, I think, in stage 1, and he started in 30th, so he was definitely on the move. Another guy on the move, that was Martin Truex. He definitely made his way up there really quick. Christopher Bell lost fuel pressure, and they had to reset the ECU, but he stayed on the lead lap. And another guy that had trouble was Austin Dillon, who had battery issues, and that was at the very end of stage 1.
They got that battery switched out pretty quick, though. It was actually pretty cool how they explained where the battery was in Austin Dillon's car, because biggest fan of NASCAR as I am, didn't know that the battery was underneath the fender well of the car.
Yeah, it's right there in the back of the car, right in the rear wheel well. And Larry McReynolds pointed it out to us on the Fox cutaway car. It was actually really cool. It teaches people that don't know where things are located on the car, so you know where they are.
It's very informational. I learned something today. I feel not completely worthless on a Sunday.
Well, there you go.
Stage 1, we had Kyle Larson winning it.
Yeah.
He started pole position.
Yeah.
Crushing it. I believe he has made a deal with the devil. He's going fast, and I don't know what's going on, man, but whatever he's doing it right.
Yeah. Hendrick Motorsports has got it going on too, because Chase Elliott finished stage 1 right behind Kyle Larson, and he was there at the end too. Hendrick Motorsports is just killing it this year.
It's definitely their year. I was just seeing on Twitter, says Hendrick Motorsports has won 7 of the last 10 road course races.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's bravo.
It has a lot to do with Chase Elliott, but now apparently it has a lot to do with Kyle Larson, because he's either finishing 2nd or 1st. Don't bet off on Kyle Larson. You got to have him in every single lineup.
That's definitely true, but I'm running out of uses for him. I didn't play him this time, and I kind of got screwed over it, but that's all good. Is there anything else you wanted to cover in stage 1?
Nothing else really in stage 1. Let's just move on to stage 2.
Stage 2 was interesting, wasn't it?
Stage 2 was very interesting, because a lot of things happened. Ricky Stenhouse hit the... Did I say Spinhouse?
Ricky Spinhouse, that's exactly what he is. Go ahead and explain that.
Well, okay, so he had a tire going down. I'm pretty sure it was already flat. He slammed the wall. I mean, he hit it a ton.
He hit it hard, very hard.
Yeah. And that brought out our very first caution of the evening. Can you even call it an evening?
Nope, not
Afternoon,
yet.
huh?
It was still an afternoon at that
Okay.
point.
Well, other than the stage 1 ending and the competition caution, this was our very first caution for incidents on the track. And it was all by himself. You know, nobody else got into him or anything. He just cut down a tire and slammed the wall. And that brought out our first caution.
And yeah, he wasn't out for the race yet at that point.
No,
was he?
not at that point.
And yeah, he hit hard, and I know that hurts. He's going to feel that tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But then I guess that closes with stage 2 and Kyle Larson winning again. Stage 2, them
Kyle
points
Larson.
are stacking, dude.
Yep.
They're definitely stacking. That's my boy Blue.
Kyle Larson is killing these stages. He's getting so many points. He's winning these races, and you know Kyle Larson has a rocket ship tied to the back of him.
Or Buzz Lightyear, one of the two, but they're both just as fast.
To infinity and beyond.
Was that all for stage 2?
Not quite.
Okay.
Bubba Wallace, he cut down a tire with 3 laps to go, and he had to limp his way around
Ooh.
an entire lap.
I did, and then the tire came off like right at last minute, and
Yep.
he got into pit lane.
As soon as he got on pit lane and everything, it just came right off, and there were still 2 to go. People were pitting.
At this point, this is the most exciting thing that we've seen all day long, and so we were cheering for the tire, not Bubba Wallace having a flat tire, but we were cheering for the tire coming off and calling the flag.
Yeah, and that's kind of what ended stage 2. Kyle Larson wins another one, and Bubba Wallace unfortunately went a lap down because of that tire going down on him and having to limp it all the way around the track. But
That doesn't look good in front of Boss Man that made an appearance today
that's right.
at Sonoma.
MJ made an appearance.
Yeah, that was exciting. I was wondering how long it was going to take him to finally show up. First day on the job, huh, MJ?
First time we've seen him all year.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see him get more camera time, though, because I don't know. I know he's not trying to make it all about him, but when the camera comes to him finally, of course it's going to be all about him because it's Michael freaking Jordan.
Right. It brings
He's
a lot of eyes to the sport.
A legend. Yeah, exactly. I'm excited when he gets more involved and more comfortable with the sport. I'm excited to see what he brings.
Next year, I'm sure he'll be at a lot more races. Apparently, they're going to expand a 2-car team.
Yeah.
And who knows who's going to be in there? There's rumors floating around.
Exactly. We haven't even been hearing a lot about 23X. Was it X23X? Yeah, 2311. We haven't been hearing a lot about 2311, and that has a lot to do with because Denny Hamlin hasn't won a race yet. But I think that we have these rumors going around, and we should be hearing a lot more of that. But silly season is right around the corner, so that's something to look out for.
Right. Silly season is going to blow up about the time playoffs start. That's when
You got a little girly the other day. You were like, I can't wait for silly season to come out.
I'm so excited about silly season, man.
Silly season.
It's one of my favorite things to talk about.
Yeah, I agree. We got Brad Keselowski. He, with his whole thing, we still don't know what the deal is with that, but he made the comment. I don't think we ever talked about it. He will make a comment on it when he's allowed to.
Yep.
So that puts a bunch of balls up in the air that haven't hit the ground yet, and let's see where those land.
I'm kind of curious if he does end up going to Roush, who might take over the 2-car. Penske, I know, has probably a bunch of drivers lined up.
Yeah. If you guys know where you think that Brad Keselowski is going to be going next year, if he's going to be working with another team or if he's going to stay at Penske, drop it in the comments because I honestly have no idea, and I would like to know. I'd like to know what the fan base thinks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have my own personal opinion, and I think the best thing for him to do is continue to stay at Penske until he's no longer thinking about actually driving, and if he wants to take over a team, then he possibly could do so at Roush Fenway and become Roush Fenway Keselowski, but doesn't mean that he
Doesn't that roll off the tongue?
Well, not really. RFK.
We had a big wreck in stage 3.
Yeah.
A big wreck, and it kind of screwed me in my fantasy points because I played Kevin Harvick today. Kevin Harvick got caught up in a huge wreck. And I know I'm jumping ahead, but it's worth talking about. I think that's the headline, other than Kyle Larson sweeping again and taking P1. But this wreck was intense.
It was the biggest thing that happened all race long. And Corey LaJoie initially had spun out. Him and Chastain had gotten together, and they were both slowing down, and it bunched up everybody. And
it was you could see it, the slow-mo. We had like an accordion when Chastain, he slowed down, then Kevin Harvick, he scrunched up, and then we had someone else behind him. And wow, man, like a lot of nose damage to quite a few cars.
Harvick, he ended up going into pit. Same with Byron. Harvick took the hood off completely. They did a lot of work on that car, and Byron ended up going to the garage, and unfortunately, it ended his race.
Right. It did end his race. Michael McDowell got caught up at the end of a race, too. It took him from P8 to P26?
28.
P28.
Unfortunate.
He lost 20 positions.
In one turn on the last lap.
Dude, how heartbreaking, because he drives his heart out when it comes to road courses, man. And he does well.
That's my underdog, man.
He is an underdog, definitely.
It's unfortunate because Michael McDowell was doing so well all day long, and it really does come down to that last turn on the last lap, just like many other races before this.
You're 100% right, and I believe it has a lot to do with that not super experienced Cup driver yet, and I think you have to be able to hold your emotions, and maybe we don't know what's going on behind the wheel with, is he getting too excited, is he letting loose a little bit, if he's braking too soon, not wanting to fully push it, send it around the corner.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has shown that he knows how to drive the hell out of a road course, and I'm going to play him my next road course for sure.
Absolutely. He's one of those ringers that's not really a ringer, but he's always there at the end. I think Daniel Suarez was just trying to get all that he could right there on the last lap, and unfortunately it had to end kind of Michael McDowell's day, but Daniel Suarez had to get all he could because he was up there in the top 10 for most of the day.
You're right about that. And also Chase Elliott did good today. He was Vegas' favorite pick, like he always is with road courses, but he wasn't able to turn up the W for the boys today, but
not quite.
He came in second, which is fantastic.
Nothing to complain about there.
That second place, 2 races in a row. Kyle Larson, 2 races in a row with wins. Man, I keep getting back to Team Hendrick.
Yeah, Hendrick Motorsports.
Killing it, dude. Absolutely killing it.
What do you guys think about Team Hendrick? I think they're on fire right now. What do you guys think? Because they're absolutely killing it these last 3 races in a row. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4 every single week. Team Hendrick is on fire. What do you guys think?
I drop it in the comments. I would love to hear that too, because we have people that love Team Hendrick, and we have a lot of people that hate Team Hendrick, just like we have a lot of people that love Joe Gibbs, and we have a lot of people that hate Joe Gibbs. But everybody loves Dean Bean Burrito.
D Bean Burrito, that's me.
That's everybody.
Oh, God. I love me some Di Benedetto. I really want to see him do well because his ride is not locked up. Again, we can talk about silly season for a minute and say that he doesn't have a ride locked up. And I feel like that has a lot to do with his performance this year. So, Di Benedetto, he's definitely been there at the end of many races and everything, just hasn't been able to punch that W yet.
Right. And he has done really well. I mean, like you said.
So Kyle Larson, your winner. Chase Elliott got a very close second place. He was the favorite today, but didn't
he was
quite
the
get it
Vegas
done.
favorite. I wonder how much money people lost in Vegas.
Truex Jr. He got a respectable third. I thought he might actually make his way up and possibly win this race, but didn't quite happen.
Right.
Then Joey Logano, who I was actually pretty surprised about, who got a 4th place finish. But I think that was a lot of pit strategy and everything, and just staying out there.
Let's pause on that real quick, because earlier into the race he tried to do pit strategy, which it didn't play out the way that he wanted it to play out,
Yeah.
but it still gained him some headway. But at the end of the race, man, that pit strategy came on point and put him up there, and he raced hard.
Yeah.
Definitely raced hard.
Kyle Busch finishing 5th, and well-deserved because Kyle Busch has always been here at the very end of Sonoma. And Kurt Busch finally showing up. Finally, no bad luck.
Definitely.
I'm very happy for Kurt Busch for actually doing really well this week. And I
Denny
played
Hamlin
him.
actually didn't hit him and turn him around
Yeah,
this
there
time.
you go. I mean, he didn't have a flat tire. He didn't blow the motor. He didn't have somebody wreck him.
Can someone get Denny Hamlin an award for not spinning him out this time?
But yeah, Kyle Busch 5th, Kurt Busch 6th, and who was it that got 7th?
Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain, the
Woo!
watermelon man. Killing it, dude. Road course beast as well. I mean, he's a black horse, but he's showing up, man. Doing really well coming from Xfinity. I saw him race. Did he make it to Mid-Ohio? I don't know if he did or not.
I'm not sure if he did.
I know Allgaier, he won yesterday at Mid-Ohio, and I was looking for Chastain, but I didn't see him in there. I would love to see him in there.
Yeah.
That was a good race too, but we don't have to talk about that.
Ross Chastain, though, he definitely is out driving his equipment, to say the least.
Yeah.
Him and Kurt Busch and that Chip Ganassi equipment. It's not to say that it's a bad team and everything. It's just it's not one that's very notable for finishing on top every single week and being a championship contender. They do make the playoffs, that's a good thing and everything. We're all rooting for Ross Chastain, the watermelon man.
Definitely. We have the biggest fan that lives with us here, part of the Sundays for NASCAR, the watermelon girl. Y'all have seen her on the internet before. She's not going anywhere. She's the #1 fan, I guarantee you that. We have the All-Star race happening next week in Texas Motor Speedway. Mm-hmm. Racetrack Rob is on his way down there right now. He's going to get there extra early.
Good.
But the All-Star race is already here, man. The season's flying by.
I know. It's already past halfway point, but you could basically always call the All-Star race the halfway point right before we get into the playoffs and everything. This is a chance for everyone to just drive for some money. No points on the line whatsoever, but the All-Star race is always exciting. And they keep changing up the track every year. This time we're at Texas Motor Speedway.
That's what I like, dude. They keep changing up the track. Mm-hmm. And it hasn't been like that for a long time.
No.
And we had Bristol. Now we have Texas. Next year, who knows? We might get another Martinsville. I would like to see an all-star race at Dover.
That would be great.
That would be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Dover's such a fun track to race at. The Monster Mile is wild.
Well, Chase Elliott's your all-star winner from last year. Let's see who can win the $1 million this year.
$1 million. We were there for that race. That was awesome. That's whenever they moved the car door number a little bit and they threw some lights underneath that looked a little bougie, but
it was interesting.
It was interesting. I thought whenever they did burnouts was going to look a lot cooler, but it actually didn't at all.
Well, my expectation was that before I actually saw the cars being lit up, I thought it was going to be the entire car and not just the back end.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not the way it was. I think it would have been a little bit cooler, but at the same time, the lights are actually pretty cool. I mean, if we're doing night races, I feel like why not have those?
Yeah, why not? Let me know down in the comments who you guys think's gonna win to the All-Star Open, because I have a feeling we're gonna see an underdog, and I hope to God it's not someone like Recky Spinhouse.
Yeah, but it's definitely possible because most of these drivers are already locked in. If you have a championship already,
who's getting voted in?
Who's getting voted in? All right, well, that has to depend on who's left based on who already has a championship, who's won a pole, who's won. I'm pretty sure I think that's one of the stipulations for getting in the race.
Sure.
But I would think that probably Bubba Wallace, in my opinion, would probably be the vote in.
That's what I was going to pick. And then who's going to actually win it?
Let's see. Well, William Byron has already won a race. So.
Can I say like Kevin Harvick?
No, you can't though.
Can I not?
No, because Kevin Harvick's already locked in.
Okay. Can I say Michael McDowell?
Yeah, you can.
I
Michael
think-
McDowell.
I'm telling you, dude, we're high on him, and I know it's not a road course, but he's showing up. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see him do something, man.
I keep my eye on Tyler Reddick, to be honest.
Tyler Reddick, yeah, he's damn good. He's fast. He hugs the wall very well, which isn't really necessary at Texas, but it's going to be fun to watch.
He's great where you don't expect him to be great.
That's true. Talladega. We actually got the party in Talladega on Victory Lane with Tyler Reddick whenever he won at the Xfinity Series, which was insane. That's where that hat right there came from, the Sunoco hat.
Very nice.
It was pretty awesome. But, well, I think that pretty much covers it all for Sonoma recap.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a race. Like I said, we got Texas next week. I'm excited to see from that. And we got guys that are going to be out there, so stay tuned for live content on our Facebook page. If you're not following us, go to www.facebook.com/Sundays for NASCAR. If you guys haven't done it already, make sure you're following us, like, subscribe, leave us some comments. We're going to get back to you guys. I want to get interactive with you guys. If we're asking questions, y'all give us what you answer, and we'll read them off on our next week's show. I'd like to do that with our fans and
Absolutely.
just our viewers. I'm excited to see Texas next week. We have the Allstar race. We have a doubleheader at Texas we didn't talk about, but we're having 2 weeks. We're having Texas, and then I believe Pocono.
Which is another doubleheader.
Exactly. So it's going to be long weeks until Atlanta, where we're going to be at. Catch us on the next one.